Hi everyone, welcome to E-Content Development Center. I am Ajit, Assistant Professor, Department of Management Studies, Majlis Arts and Science College, Puramannur. This is our first session of the open course Tourism Management. In this video, I will tell you about what is tourism, what are the elements of tourism and what are the different forms of tourism. First of all, let me tell you about what is tourism. As we all know that tourism is one of the world's fastest growing industries and a major foreign exchange and employment generation for many countries. It is one of the most remarkable economic and social phenomena. Tourism is concerned with pleasure, holidays, travel and going or arriving somewhere. These are the motivations that make people leave their normal place of work and residence for short-term temporary visits to other places. The word tourism is derived from the Latin word tornare and the Greek word tornos, which means a circle or the movement around a central point or axis. Let's discuss the various definitions of tourism. United Nations World Tourism Organization defines tourism as follows. Tourism is a social, cultural and economic phenomenon which entails the movement of people to countries or places outside their usual environment for personal or professional purpose. Cambridge Dictionary defines the tourism as the business of providing services such as transport, place to stay or entertainment for people on holiday. Or otherwise, we can define the tourism as an activity that take place when people move to some other places for leisure or for business and stay at least for 24 hours. Then, who is a tourist? A person who is visiting a place for pleasure and interest, especially when they are on holiday. According to Oxford Dictionary, tourist is a person who makes a journey for the sake of curiosity, for the fun of traveling, or just to tell others that he has travelled. And the next topic is elements of tourism. There are certain elements or ingredients of tourism. They are the fundamental attractions of tourism. The major elements are accessibility, amenities, pleasing weather, historical and cultural factors, accommodation, and other factors like escort facilities, medical facilities, water, electricity, communication system, etc. And the next topic, types of tourism. Tourism can be broadly classified into two, that is domestic tourism and international tourism. The domestic tourism is the tourism involving the residents of one country traveling only within that country. It does not need a passport and visa or conversion of one currency into another. And the international tourism refers to tourism that crosses national borders. And the next topic is types of tourism. Tourism can be broadly classified into two, domestic tourism and international tourism. Domestic tourism is the tourism involving the residents of one country traveling only within that country. It does not need a passport and visa or conversion of one currency into another. And international tourism refers to tourism that crosses national borders. An international tourist crosses the boundaries of many countries, uses different currencies, faces different languages and meets different types of people. And the next topic is forms of tourism. Let's study about some forms of tourism. First one, leisure tourism. What is leisure? It is the use of free time for enjoyment. If a tourist travels to experience a change in climate and place and learn something new, enjoy pleasant scenery, or to know more about the culture of a destination, then it is called leisure tourism. These tourists prefer to stay in some quiet and relaxed destinations like beaches, hill resorts, theme park, etc. And next one, cultural tourism. The cultural tourism is otherwise known as heritage tourism. Each land has its own culture and tradition. If the objectives of one's visit to a particular place is to get to know its history and culture, then this type of tourism is known as cultural tourism. We know that culture is the most important factor which attracts the tourist to a destination. The cultural tourism gives insight into the way of life of people of distant places, their dress, jewelry, dance, music, their customs and traditions, their fairs and festivals, religion and beliefs, etc. And the next form of tourism is religious tourism. Religious tourism is also known as pilgrimage or spiritual tourism. It is another form of tourism where people travel individually or in groups for pilgrimage. Example, Varanasi, Vatican, Mecca, Jerusalem, etc. Shabarimala, Malayattur, etc. are some of the pilgrim centers in Kerala which attracts a huge number of tourists from outside the state. Then the next form of tourism is health tourism. Health tourism is also called medical tourism. It is relatively a new type of tourist activity where the main focus of the travel is improving one's health, physical appearance or fitness. Health tourism refers to people traveling abroad to obtain medical treatment. This is usually a process of leaving your homeland because a specific healthcare facility is not available in your native area. For example, Ayurveda tourism in Kerala. We know that Ayurveda is not just about good physical health, it is a therapy that promises holistic wellness. And Kerala is probably the only state in India where Ayurveda is used as a mainstream. Kerala has number of Ayurveda treatment centers which offer various packages. And the next form of tourism is sports tourism. What is sports tourism? Sports tourism refers to travel which involve either viewing or participating in a sports event. Sports tourism attracts the visitors to visit events like Olympic Games, FIFA World Cup, IPL, etc. And the next form of tourism is adventure tourism. Adventure tourism is another form of tourism that is catered for those who want to do more than just visit regular tourist sites. These kinds of trips involve challenging activities like rock climbing, rafting, mountain climbing, etc. It involves exploration or travel with certain degree of risk and which may require special skills and exertion. Here is the list of top places in India for adventure tourism. Rishikesh in Uttarakhand, which is famous for whitewater rafting. Oli in Uttarakhand, which is famous for skiing. Ladakh in Jammu Kashmir is famous for trekking. Andaman is famous for scuba diving. Mysore is famous for skydiving, and Goa is famous for water sports. So, these are some of the adventure sports activities in India. And the next form of tourism is educational tourism. Educational tourism is a way to give the best education to students learning and to enhance knowledge. In educational tourism, the main focus of the tour visit is to learn about the culture, participating specialized lectures of eminent personalities and for research. And the next form of tourism is business tourism. The business traveler's main motive for travel is work. This type of tours involve attending a business meeting, conference, conventions, selling product, meeting clients, etc. The business tourism is popularly called as MICE tourism. MICE, meeting, incentives, conference and exhibition tourism. And the next one is mass tourism. As the name indicates that mass tourism occurs when large number of people visit the same place at any one time. It is the most popular form of tourism as it is usually the cheapest way to go on holiday. And the next one, ecotourism. Ecotourism is a form of tourism involving responsible travel to natural areas, conserving the environment and improving the well-being of the local people. Ecotourism is about uniting conservation, communities and sustainable travel. Ecotourism typically involves travel to destinations where flora, fauna and cultural heritage are the primary attractions. So, today I have gone through the topic tourism, elements of tourism and different forms of tourism. Hope you are understanding well. Thank you for watching.